Okay, so I didn't realize that the thing was on the ending screen instead of the starting screen, so like I apologize immensely. I don't even know what to say. That was like literally the stupidest thing I could have done in a while. But hey, look at that, would ya? It's cute, right? Like, you gotta admit, it's pretty cute. I can't believe that is so stupid. I love it. Okay. On another note, hi. Hello, hi. How are you? I didn't notice at all. I was looking at my phone for like 2 minutes straight while I left the starting screen on, my opinion, but it was the ending screen. I kind of feel really bad because I should have checked, but I completely forgot. So, hi, hello, hi. I don't even know what to say. I just keep laughing. Hi, Laura. Okay, so I have finally, I'm gonna finish all the backlog of prompts today. And you'll be like, oh my god, Mew, what took so much time? I'm feeling great. I'm so fine. I did not sleep well, unfortunately, but like it's fine because, like, to be honest, I slept at like 6 in the morning. And you know, the obvious question is, why were you up till 6 in the morning? Why was I have no idea. Okay, I just couldn't sleep, so I was up and then realized it was 6 in the morning and I was like, oh no, I haven't slept. And so I went to sleep at 6 in the morning. I woke up at like 12 p.m. I think. I don't even remember when I woke up. I just woke up and then ate something and then sat down to get ready for stream and then realized it was almost stream. It was almost time to stream. So this is fine. We're fine. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Today I'm for sure going to complete the backlog of poetry prompts that I have accumulated. And okay, I counted, and there's 1, 2, and 3 in total. So that's great. We like this one, the special challenge one is definitely gonna take a lot of time. But at least we know that, you know, it's gonna be fine. Cause it's only 3 and the special challenge one is gonna be the last one. And I always say this and I always go in with thinking, today I'm definitely gonna do the special challenge. You know, like, why am I taking so much time to finish these prompts? And I have no idea, honestly. But we do know that I'm gonna try my best to finish it today. Okay, I will try my absolute very best in accomplishing my goal of finishing these 3 prompts that are left behind today. So, I have no idea which one we should start with, because both of the normal prompts, one of them is 0-100 hours and the other one is your world is entirely in your mind, which I thought I finished the last time we did a poetry writing stream, but I'm wrong. And I completely imagined that in my head, like, wow. But okay, so like, I guess you just go sort of, you know, in the order that it's placed in the document because it's convenient, right? Um, I still feel kind of stupid about my blunder in the beginning, okay? Like, I can't stop thinking about the fact that I completely didn't realize. Like, I look up from my phone to my screen, my monitor, and I'm like, why is it showing see you again? And I'm like, oh my god, did I not change the thing? And I didn't, obviously. That's the point of this. Like, the point was that I didn't change it and I completely forgot about it. So like, but it's fine, it's chill, we get it. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Have I mentioned I don't like making stupid mistakes like this because it makes me feel so dumb. But it's also really good for laughs. I laugh about stuff like this a lot because it's funny. And you should too, because it's hilarious, actually. Like, genuinely, absolutely hilarious. But I'm gonna be here just losing my mind for the next like 5 more minutes and trying to make sure I never do this again because I would feel even more stupid. But hey, it happens and that's fine. It really doesn't change the fact that I'm still doing really good for somebody who has next to little to no experience. You know? I guess like one. Oh my god, we're gonna hit 2 months soon. I just realized I should probably do something for the whole 2 months thing. But then I'm like, really? Is this like a milestone I want to celebrate? Even though I'm going to be celebrating by myself anyways, but like with you guys, is this something I want to celebrate? And to be kind of honest, I do want to celebrate it with everyone because it'll be fun. I just realized that it was it's going to be 2 months since I started streaming. But I completely forgot about it until today when I realized it was 10th May. Does this say something about me? Or does it just say, like, I'm so chill, like, I don't care at all, you know, I'm super chill. But other than that, let's actually think about this prompt, because I honestly have no idea what to write. I don't know how you would interpret 0-100 hours. Because, you know, you can, like, interpret it as... Oh my god, wait. You can interpret it as, like, I know, right? It's nice. It's been 2 months. Since, I mean, almost 2 months. Like, it's gonna be 2 months in, like, 4 days. But I'm not even sure if I want to celebrate it, if I'm being honest. I just think, like, it would be nice, but I have nothing planned. And I forgot about it completely until today. Like, I don't know, makes me feel like I'm being really careless, but like really, I didn't even realize that it was May. It just feels like I started yesterday, you know? Which is funny when you think about it. But yeah, maybe I should plan something and just like be spontaneous, even though like spontaneity in this case isn't a good thing. I would have liked to plan it more. Maybe I don't really like the number 2 anyways. I would rather celebrate like the 3-month anniversary, you know, like that's nicer, that's fun, that's exciting, you know. Yeah, but like then again, anniversaries are, I know, right? And a chatting stream would be fine. What are we doing on the 14th? Wait a second. I don't even remember what is in my schedule, and I mentioned this before because I never remember what's in my schedules. Oh, wait, 14th is Sunday. Oh my god, okay, so Sunday, we're playing Ori and the Blind Forest. I kind of don't want to change that, so... we just do like a short, like, celebration in the beginning of the stream and then go and play the game. Which, low-key rethinking the whole playing the game situation, because then we could just, like, chill instead of doing anything else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's fine. I could maybe, like, if I finish the cat model, hopefully I will finish the cat model. Because I'm on schedule, okay? I'm almost done with it. Then I'll just debut it. I will not even do any announcements. Like, it'll just be like a surprise debut situation. And then we can do like a proper debut later. Like, it's like a sneak peek, except it's better because you guys get it first before anyone else does. No one even knows it kind of exists right now except for everyone here. I know, right? Oh, I was thinking more like my brain went straight to like when you see T-0 on like a bomb squad or in like a rocket launch, you know, like you're like T-1, T, and then 0, and then it's just like something happens. So like it's obviously anticipation of something, or you know something's gonna happen, and I completely agree that it makes you think that time's running out. Because it's worded like in a way that makes you think, like if I think about 0-100 hours, like I just think this 0 0 0. That's it. That's my first thought. when I think of 0 hours, because like that's how, you know, you say 1200, you say 1800, you say 2300 hours, like the military time, so to speak. So like, what is 0 hours? My first thought goes to military time. I mean, we could start with that. I don't know. I don't want to write something like military based. I would like to instead explore like, you know, time running out, like you said. I like that is way more interesting than is military time. But I'm not gonna lie that my brain goes straight to military time just because of how it's worded and really nothing else. You know, military time ends up pretty self-explanatory with the way that it's worded. Like when you say it, you go like 0 hours or 700 hours or 0700 hours, you know? So, but time running out. Tick, tick, tick. A clock that doesn't exist. I don't know. Maybe that could go somewhere, you know? Tick, tick, tick. A clock that doesn't exist. Time ran out. Nah, that line doesn't make sense. Tick, tick, tick. A clock that doesn't exist. I'm kinda stuck. Past, present, or future. Which one does it fix? I mean, technically there's never anything. Okay, wait. Isn't 0 hours then supposed to be like 12 a.m.? Wait a second. Am I stupid? I know that that's there. Like, oh my god. I forgot that 0 hours does exist. It's just 12 a.m. Like, when the clock starts new, you know? But like, I'm not sure if it's like, again, I don't think 12 a.m. was the prompt in this case. But I'm like tempted to change everything that I wrote right now. I don't know. No, I was reminded of the fact that when you get to 2400, it goes automatically to 0 again. So, because like, you know, 1 a.m. is in military time would be 0100. So, now I'm confused if like, is it even considered 12 a.m. or not? I'm confused. I don't think anyone calls it 0 hours though, to be fair. Like, I don't think that's something. Oh yeah, that's true. I can definitely try different interpretations, you know, like a version 2, which is completely acceptable in this case. But I got confused because like I thought 0 hours doesn't exist, but then like my brain reminded me that it does. I'm pretty sure it goes back to 0 when you get to 2400. There's nothing known as 2400, so like 2359 and then it goes to 0 again, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's a 6. That's a thing. Yep, okay. It's fine. We're gonna figure it out. It's fine. Okay, going back to the prompt. I mean, it definitely is dystopian, right? Like, it reminds you of like emergency state is when like, you know, like when the military takes over like general public hours and stuff and like puts you on curfew and stuff. Like, I don't know, it just seems like it's not used in situations where you're like in daily life situations. So it definitely is dystopian. Although somebody's saying it's 0 hours, it just sounds wrong. Instead, like saying it's 12 a.m. or like it's 1 in the morning, It's just more like pleasant to hear. But then again, like that's the point, I guess, in saying it is dystopian. Because like if you say 0 100 hours, it sounds so like like dangerous. Yeah, that's the word. Dangerous. It sounds dangerous. Like you're in a dangerous situation. That's why you have to use like words like 0 100 hours instead of 12 a.m. Although I still have no idea what military time is actually useful for, you know? Oh no, I am not judging you at all. This is a good prompt. It like is making me think a lot. To be fair though, like I can't think that much today. My brain is like half asleep still. And that's definitely because I slept at 6 a.m. Or as one says, 600 hours. I don't think that's correct, but I'm still gonna say it. You know? But yeah. I don't know what to write next, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna think about it while I talk to you guys. I was just gonna say whatever we've written out loud, and hopefully that helps. Because usually it does, right? Like, usually it does help. Lore, I love you so much for understanding me. After, like, every single time I get sick, I mess up my sleep schedule, basically. Like, before I got sick, I was sleeping at, like, maximum 12. So that I could get up, like, at, like, 9 a.m. in the morning. And, like, do things and feel, like, very great about myself. And then I get sick and I can't sleep till, like, 2 or 3. And so, like, now I'm waking up at 12 p.m. And in, like, you know, making my life, harder because I basically don't do anything before 12. When I could have, I could have been awake and used that time. But then again, it's important to get sleep. Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, 600. All right. They do mention the 0 for some reason. Well, if you're curious, the first thing I thought when I saw 0 100 hours is when someone is in the verge of, I don't know what that, I'm guessing you mean death, but not having any more. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm confused. What does that even mean? Verge off something? Am I missing some, like, very important context? I mean, there is nothing wrong with your existential dread. And, okay, to be fair, like, inaction, You guys are, like, so knowledgeable. And I love that for all of us. But yeah. It's really hot today. I don't know why I started suddenly talking about this, but when I woke up, I was kind of, like, really sweaty. I woke up, like, kind of covered in sweat. But, it was really hot today. And, like, it's not as hot right now because I have the AC on and then the ceiling fans on. And, like, I'm in a very comfortable state of being where it's, like, not hot because I'm not moving at all. It's just not, like, it's not fun to be in the heat, for sure. And, like, it's hotter today than it was yesterday, which always sucks. But, like, I really don't like summer. And also, yeah, I mean, okay, if you give me a prompt that you know nothing about, that just means we both have more to learn at that moment. And that's completely fine. Go wild, go crazy. Why am I encouraging, like, why am I encouraging this? I don't know. I don't know why I'm encouraging you guys giving me prompts that make no sense to you or me, but, like, it's good for your brain to work a little bit harder. there have been so many insects. I know I talked about like the lizards in my room taking over my room because there's a family of lizards in my room. There's like one, I'm guessing it's a male lizard, and then there's one I'm guessing is a female lizard. I have no idea. I just called them a family because there were two like adult lizards or adult sized lizards or bigger lizards, and then there were two like tiny baby ones. No, actually there were three tiny baby ones. I saw three tiny baby lizards in my room, and I was just like, how do you get them lizards away? And the internet's response has been like not great about the lizard situation. I mean, do what makes you feel good, you know? I'm somebody who advocates in going after what you want and doing whatever makes you feel good. So, if you want to write a different poem than the one you're writing currently, then just do that and then go back to the one you're supposed to be writing. Because it's fine. You have time, right? Hopefully. But yeah. I mean, I think it's like a better use of your like inspiration and like creativity. As long as you finish something, it's good. That's true. Lizards do eat bugs, and you know that's the only plus point in this sense of like there's so many lizards in my room, but like I saw the baby lizard on my floor. And this is the second time in my life I've seen a lizard on the floor. So, I was, as one would say, alarmed because it was tiny and it also scared me. I know like lizards don't really do anything, and apparently if you provoke them and if you come really close to them, they might bite, but the most that they'll do is just run away. But I don't like the idea of lizards walking all over my walls and my floors while I'm asleep. You know, like the concern is, are they gonna walk all over me? Because that's not something I want. Okay, if it makes you feel better, Lorlor, you should just write the poem in the chat. That would be fun. I think the lizards here are like not like very scared of humans. Not gonna lie. Like very, very scared of humans because you don't see them on the floor often. You only see them on the walls. Like they'll be really far away from you. So like at that level, I can be okay with them because they don't come close to me. But if they're on the floor, I do get a little bit spooked because I'm scared of creepy crawlies in the house, including roaches, cockroaches. Pretty sure I talked about this before, but oh my god, how much do I hate cockroaches? A lot. I don't like cockroaches at all. Like they scare me, one. They also carry a lot of disease, so that's like not a plus point for them. They're also kind of, you can't kill them. They're so hard to kill. Like you had to go through such great lengths to like get them out and get them like to die. Like, do you guys know? I'm sure everybody knows, but like the popular thing, right, to say is that cockroaches can like survive nuclear fallout, because they definitely can. They can live for 6 months after they lose their head. Like if somebody cut a cockroach's head off, they can live for 6 months. What the fuck? That I honestly, okay, I've heard that like lizards come to drink water from like open glasses, or like if you leave water out, they'll drink from it. So that makes a lot of sense. Why does your dinner seem less appealing, Soleil? Now I want to know. Is it because of me? Is it because what I'm talking about? Because I can stop talking about like creepy crawlies in the house. Okay, to be fair, I'm like also traumatized from cockroaches, because when I was really young, I tried to make friends with a cockroach in my room and it ran away, so I was forever, you know, sad about the fact that I couldn't make friends with cockroaches. And as you can understand from that story, I was a very lonely child. And so I did anything. Everything. As it happens, my fear of cockroaches only started when I was like 10 or 11. Before that, I did not fear cockroaches because there were a lot of cockroaches in the house of my dad's house, which I don't live in currently, so I'm more than happy to be away from them. But I'm just saying, okay? I'm gonna stop talking about cockroaches now. I'm gonna instead... Oh my god, I'm gonna talk about... Oh my god, you know what happened yesterday? So I woke up yesterday. I saw my mom. I went back to sleep. My mom had just literally come... Okay, wait, that was not yesterday. Oh no, it was yesterday. Sorry. I have like the worst memory in this. Okay, so it was yesterday because yesterday was 9th, right? So I woke up, I saw my mom, I went back to sleep. Okay? And then I wake up at like 12 or 1 or something. Like I woke up and saw her at like 9:30 in the morning, and then I went back to sleep because I was like, why do I need to be awake? Because I was so sleepy. And then I woke up and I'm asking, like, I'm like, where's my mom? Because like I definitely did not imagine her, right? And I get to know from like the house help, and yes, house help is common here. Okay, so I get to know from the house help that my mom came, stayed for like 10 minutes and left. Like, she came back from like a whole ass trip where she was away for like 9 days. For 10 minutes, came back home and then left. Just to do whatever the hell she needs to do. But like, I was just like, huh. Wow. Fine, this is fine, right? So then she comes back home at like 6, 7 or something, and like I'm just like thinking what's going on, and I ask her to make food. I'm like, can you make this for dinner? And she's like, okay, great. And then my sister and my mom are planning a whole trip, like a whole ass vacation without me. And I was like, I'm not going because I just don't want to go outside of my house on anywhere right now. And then so they start asking me for my opinion on like various things. They're like, should we take this train? Should we take this flight? Should we take this hotel? Should we go on this trip? And I'm like, I'm not even going. Is this like some weird attempt to provoke me into going with you guys? So guess what happened after that? They booked the tickets. They booked everything. They're gonna leave this Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure anymore because I didn't pay attention after a bit. I was like, I honestly don't care. I'm more than happy to stay home, be alone, have fun, you know? But yeah, they're both going on a vacation without me, which I'm completely fine with. But more like they still did, like they were like asking for my opinion. They were like, should we do this or that? Like, is this the best route? And I'm like, why are you? I'm not even part of this. Like, I from the beginning have said I'm not interested in going anywhere. Like, summer is when I stay home. I don't need to move. Like, don't even ask me to like leave my house. But yeah, they're gonna be having fun on a trip while I stay home and have fun. And that is, honestly, it's the better option because they're gonna be going to one of the most like heat-filled cities in this country. And yeah, they're gonna like be going to one of the cities, and then they're gonna take a train to a different like village town area to go and have fun there. I mean, it's still a city, I guess. It's not a town or a village. Definitely not a village. It's pretty well developed. So, you know, I was more than happy to say, listen, I am not even moving. It's too hot for me to like leave my house. On a side note, I was supposed to go to the bank today, which I didn't because I was asleep. And I've completely distracted myself from like the said point of the stream, which was to write poetry. So I'm gonna go back to it. Yeah, but like my TLDR for what happened yesterday was my mom came home and then immediately decided to go on another trip with my sister. So it's very nice to have my parent just be like always outside. No, I'm serious though. It's like great because I don't have to think about what my mom is doing at home or listen to her. Honestly, I think the point more is that I don't have to listen to her, and so I can just saddle her away and she can just do whatever she wants, and so I don't have to be bothered about anything that my sister or my mom are doing. And that is indeed the best part of this whole thing. Very happy and excited, as you can see. I know my voice doesn't sound excited right now, but like just thinking about the fact that I will be alone for like 4 days straight with no one to police me in what I'm doing. Although my mom doesn't really police me, not even my sister, but it's nice to take a break from my family once in a while, which I haven't gotten a break from them in a while. So, you know, I'm very happy about that. That sounds really bad. Now that I say it, they seem like terrible people. They, I, they're not bad, okay? I just find them overwhelming sometimes. As one does, you know, like finding your family overwhelming is normal. I think. Is it? I don't know. Okay. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna stop talking about this. I'm confusing myself more. So going back to our prompt, 0 100 hours, and all that I've written is 4 lines, which is tick tick tick, a clock that doesn't exist, past, present, or future. Which one does it fix? Exactly. Thank you, Lorlor, for being in my corner. I do really love you for that. Why is my phone making so much noise when there's literally nothing to make noise about? But thank you so much, Lorlor, for being in my corner. That is so appreciated, genuinely. But okay, back to this. Back to this. I don't know what else to write. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, 100. Oh my god. 100 hours before we stop to exist. Huh. Before we stop to exist. A 100 hours before we stop to exist. And I stopped there because like I have literally no idea what else to write. I'm just realizing that this music is like definitely not helpful. So I'm very happy that I'm gonna be writing more BGMs in like approximately a day and a half. Isn't that nice? 100 hours before we stop to exist. Tick, tick, tick. Goes the clock. That takes. Okay. Yeah, oh my god, like I'm really enthusiastic about writing BGMs. I don't know why, but it just feels right, you know? I haven't been able to properly write like compose music in a while. Like especially since like, you know, I'm supposed to be on a gap year, but like it's nice to just be able to do stuff like this. I might actually make like a proper thing out of it if I'm prompted enough, you know. If I'm motivated enough, I might like actually put the BGMs on Ko-Fi and stuff and let people just have them for, you know, whatever purpose they need. It's not like it's copyrighted or anything, so that's perfect, you know. I don't know what else to write. Tick, tick, tick. A clock that doesn't exist. Past, present, or future. Which one does it fix? 100 hours before we stop to exist. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock that takes. Actually, that's pretty good already. You could stop there. But I kind of want to go on. Like, just one more stanza. 4 more lines. I think that makes sense, right? Like 2 stanzas is just not enough in this case. We're just gonna start it with tick tick tick, a clock that doesn't exist. 0 from 100 hours. In this case, consequences. Oh my god, okay. In this case, consequences don't exist. I don't know why I keep using the word exist in all of these, but I think this makes sense. What do you guys think? Tick, tick, tick. A clock that doesn't exist. Past, present, or future, which one does it fix? 100 hours before we stop to exist. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock that takes. Tick, 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 a clock that doesn't exist. 0 from 100 hours. In this case, consequences don't exist. I'm gonna put a comma right there. Yeah, that's it. That makes sense. I like that. I don't know what the interpretation in ultimately was, okay? But I like the feeling that the poem gives. So, that's always nice. A pat on the back for me. I just realized I took over upwards of 30 minutes to write a single poem, even though there's honestly, this is so chill that I don't even mind that I'm taking so long. Because usually, you write, I end up writing poems really quick. Because, if there's, no interruption in my thought process, and I already, know what I'm trying to, do. Usually, I write poems based on, complete and utter random stuff. There was once I wrote a poem for, this club that I was coordinating in school. It was a history club. And they needed me to make, I was the coordinator for the history club. I don't know why I was a coordinator for the history club, other than the fact that I taken history as a subject in grade 11, which apparently not that many people did. But I was there, okay? And the only reason that I wrote a poem about the said history club, or, to attract more, students to join the club. And why is this story important, Mew? Why are you telling us this? Because I wrote that poem in less than 2 minutes. It was 5 lines, but I was just I need something catchy on this poster that we're gonna go and show it to all the students and tell them, go join our history club, we're gonna do so many incredible things. I wrote it in 2 minutes because I was okay, I know what to write, and then it just sort of came out, and it was still a really good poem, which I don't remember at all because it doesn't matter to me anymore. But I do remember the fact that I did put in a lot of effort for that club, even though it literally did nothing. I did nothing after 4 days. Because all the people in the club, they never attended any of the club sessions. So it was kind of a little bit low-key useless for me to do all of the work. Because they just didn't care. So, you know what they say? It just is what it is. I don't feel bad about working on a club because I had this whole coordinator title and everything. It was so exciting when you're given positions of sort of pseudo power. But then the teachers who were also sort of taking care of the club as the teachers who are in charge of the students of the club, they just wouldn't accept anything I wanted to do. They would just constantly be nah, this isn't right, this isn't good, this is I don't understand why teachers are like that. Do they really hate the fact that students wanna, innovate and try to do things? Because I was we should do virtual museum tours. We should watch cool history documentaries. We should discuss our favorite pieces of history that we know about. And they were just no, that's stupid. Don't. No. And I was what do you want to do then? What do you do in a history club in the first place? Really nothing. You really did nothing. I think we had 2 sessions, and both of those were kind of boring as hell because I can't remember shit, as one would expect, But yeah, what an interesting thing to be handed this position that you're supposed to take care of and be a leader in air quotes, but really the teachers don't let you do anything because they're nah, students just don't know what they're doing, I just never understood that. It always made me feel really strange because I was why would the teachers ask you to do so many things when they're not interested in letting you do all of these things, It's sad. It's like we're trying so hard, you know, and then they won't let us do anything. Like it's just so terrible. But yeah, that history club did nothing for me, and I did really nothing for the history club itself. So yeah, wow. Low-key, I'm not gonna lie, but like I never liked my time in school. Like, um, funny story, my sister really is quite vocal about how much she hates going to school. I was never the person who said that I hated going to school, okay? Like, I was very like, okay, I'm gonna go to school, and I would go every single day. Like, only in like 11th grade was when I think I missed a lot of school, and in 12th grade because, like, you know, the pandemic was happening, and so I got a free, like, sort of excuse to get rid of not going to school was because, oh, the internet's off, so like can't attend the online Zoom sessions and whatever. But I've always hated going to school, and like it's not even because I hate studying or anything. I just really hated the environment. Like, and that's saying that my school was one of those schools that, like, you know, it was like one of those like really nice schools that all the students are great, the teachers are great, like everyone loves each other, whatever. But that's not true, because even in those schools, you have students who hate coming to school because school sucks. Okay, it was a hellhole. I loved my teachers, but I hated my classmates, or more like they hated me, and was inherently uncomfortable with the idea of not being able to do something about the fact that some people hated me. Yeah, but it was also the loneliness of like that comes with not being able to that comes with not being able to make friends with peers your age. I was always friends with like my seniors instead of like the people in my class. So all of my classmates were not my friend. They all hated me. Like there was like a whole ass like anti-mu propaganda that was being spread every single day. It was it was kind of wild, honestly. I think my school life was unexpected in ways you don't expect. And I mean that. Like I know that whole sentence sounds really stupid, but that's exactly what I mean. Like there was actually like an anti-mu propaganda that all of my peers, all of my classmates had going on around them. Like if there was a new student that joined, they would instantly be included in this little group of like, don't go close to Mew because like she's kind of weird and like, you know, she's not great. And I never knew why they did that because in ninth grade, okay, so one of my classmates, we were all out like having fun outside of school. And so one of my classmates goes and like does this weird confession thing. He was not confessing that he liked me or anything. He was just confessing, you know, I used to hate you and I have no idea why, but I don't hate you that much anymore. And I was just like, huh. I would really like to know what they hated me, why they hated me. Because, like, you just said you hated me, but you had no idea why. What do you mean? What do you mean? I still don't know why they all hated me. It was so weird. I always thought it was because I did something, but I don't even remember being like rude to them. I just remember trying my best to like make a little space for myself in their group, you know? I would always be so nice. Like, I think the only things that I did was I was like really protective of my own stuff, okay? Because I used to use like, my mom, she's really nice to me in the sense was, I was able to like take all of the expensive stationery because my mom was like, you're responsible. But it was not like she was trying to teach me responsibility or anything like of that sort. She was like trying to like tell me like if you take care of your stuff, you're allowed to have like nicer stuff. And so I would not let like if anyone wanted to borrow something from me, I would let them, but then I would like chase them around, be like, give me back my stuff, you know, like I'm not letting you take it. Because like when you think about it, right, obviously if you're getting like expensive stationery, then you're gonna have to take care of it. That is to say, it's not like my parents were like okay with me having expensive stationery. They were just like, since you're responsible and you like this specific brand of stationery, because yes, I liked a specific brand of stationery. And my preferences changed every once in a while as well. I was a very picky kid for some reason. Actually, it makes sense. My mom is also like this. She has like particular tastes, and so she'll keep buying the same things, and I do the same thing. But like it ends up happening that the brand of stationery I liked was like a higher end, more expensive brand that only like, you know, like adults used or something. I don't really know what the reasoning was, but like, anyways, those kids that you know, like, so my classmates would ask me to borrow like pencils and stuff, and I would be like, okay, but like remember, you have to return it, you know, like don't lose it. Like, you know, it's my stuff, so I want to take care of it. And I was like, they would always be like, oh my god, like she's showing off her like expensive stuff, and I'm like, I really am not. I just want to make sure that my stuff doesn't get like misused and misplaced, because like it's my stuff, I have to take care of it. Like, I don't know if your parents get mad at you for losing stuff. Mine didn't, because I literally never lost anything. Like, I think the only few times that I lost things are, one, I've lost my earrings twice, but that was also on vacations, and they just sort of slipped off of my ears and like blew away in the wind. And I think I don't even remember losing any of my stationery, like, specifically. My mom has always been like, you're so good at keeping your stationery with yourself. And I was like, yes, I am. I'm so proud of myself. It's not something you should be proud of because it gets you, like, I mean, no, you should definitely be proud of taking care of your stuff, okay? But it definitely got me a little bit more like antagonistic in the you know, like in the eyes of all of my classmates. They would just be like, she's showing off all of her expensive stuff, and like the only thing that was like mildly expensive were my pencils, because they were like a pretty well-known, like, pricey brand, which if you buy them, like, you know, you buy like 10 or 15 at the same time, it's not as expensive. Like, they're basically the price of normal pencils these days, okay? But they were expensive for back then, which I'm saying is like, I guess 10 years ago. Because like I used to use those pencils in like 6th or 7th grade. That's not 10 years, that's like 8 or 9 years, okay? But like, you get the point. But I never understood why they hated me, which is so weird. Because like I always have wanted to know. I'm like curious as to why do you guys hate me so much, or like why did you hate me so much? And they have no answers. They don't even know themselves, I bet. Like, if this is irrational, if this isn't irrational, then I don't know what irrational is. Like, it was just, there was like this whole like campaign against me. Like, I'm being serious, by the way. There was like this whole thing in 7th grade where they would go around and tell their friends that she has, you guys know that like Greg Heffley thing from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which was like cheese touch. And so they made up this thing called Mew Touch, so if anyone touched me, they were infected. And yeah, it's as bad as it sounds, okay? It was honestly comical, because then I'd mess with those people and I'd go and touch them, as acting as if I didn't know what the Mew Touch was, and then they would like kind of panic and be like, I have to give it to someone else, and it would eventually come back to me. But I was just like, this is so stupid. Especially when I think about it now. I was like, I just think like, what were they trying to achieve? Because the only thing it did was like make sure that I understand these people are like really stupid. But yeah, I don't have anything else. Like, they're all just really stupid. I was trying to make it better by saying button and then adding something nice about them. I really don't remember that many nice things, okay? Okay, going back to the poetry and the prompts. I talked straight for 10 minutes. No one stopped me. No one's like, oh my god, Mew, you should definitely go back to the poetry. You guys should remind me, for reals though. Like, you guys should. I feel bad for talking for like 10 minutes straight, like completely derailing the stream and conversation from something nice to something so depressing. Okay. I really want to have pizza today. I'm just saying it so I can remind myself, because I thought that I could have pizza for lunch, and I was so ready to order it. I was like, I'm sure my mom hasn't made anything, okay? Are you sure you like hearing me speak? Okay, no. I'm so thankful that you do. I really wanted to have pizza for lunch today. I woke up and I was like, I really want pizza. I was gonna order it, and I'm so glad that, and it's okay. Don't feel pressure to type and like talk in stream, like chat in stream. Like, it's completely fine if you don't want to. Seriously, don't feel pressured at all. Like, I'm completely okay with you just staying there silently. As long as you're having fun, I'm okay with it. obviously if you want to type and chat and have fun, I mean like chatting is not equal to having fun, but like I mean like if you want to have, if you want to chat, you definitely should, like you're welcome to, but I'm just saying that there's no pressure. If you don't feel like up to it, don't take it like to your heart. So yeah, I'm glad I checked in the morning whether there was something that was already like prepared for food for lunch, and there was, and I was kind of disappointed. I was like so ready to order like pizza, and then like I look in the kitchen, there's already food prepared, and I'm like, this is so sad. I wanted more. I wanted more out of today, and it was really funny for some reason. Then I was like, I'm just gonna order pizza for like snacks or dinner. I don't know which one, but like either one. Which, oh my god, my appetite has further lessened because me and my sister ordered pizza for I don't know when. We eat a lot of pizza, okay? Like don't judge me, but like I love pizza with all of my heart, and I ordered enough for it to be a problem. And for also, Pizza Hut should definitely like at some point realize that I'm literally so dedicated. Like I had one of my birthdays celebrated in Pizza Hut when I was young. I haven't done that in a while, but I really wanted to do that last year. But I was sick last year on my birthday. um But yeah. Also because like, okay, the Pizza Hut in Malaysia just doesn't compare. It's not good. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I don't know why, but the Pizza Hut, like the sauce that they put on the pizza, like the marinara sauce, is like so sweet. It's cloyingly sweet. Like I could taste the sweetness. I went there with such high hopes. I was like, I love Pizza Hut. I'm gonna go and eat at Pizza Hut. But like it's in Malaysia, so I hope it still tastes as good as it does when I am at home, It doesn't. It really doesn't. In fact, I preferred Domino's not only because it was cheaper, but it also tasted more like closer to home instead of, sweet bread with cheese. I'm not even lying. Like okay, so what happened the day that I tried Pizza Hut in Malaysia was, okay, the first time I tried it was in delivery because they had this offer going on where it was like get 2 pizzas for the price of 1. So I was like, oh my god, that's such a good deal. I can eat 2 pizzas for 4 days straight. I did do that like multiple weeks, okay? It would happen every single Monday. So I made Monday my pizza day, and I would eat pizza for like 4 days straight. Because 2 pizzas and like I mean like 2 medium pizzas, like they were kind of big, and I can only eat like 2 or 3 slices at once, so it would be like a lot of pizza left over. Then I'd eat it over the course of like 2 or 3 days. But coming to my point of when I actually ate it in a Pizza Hut, sitting inside a Pizza Hut, I was going to watch a movie with like all of my school, like college people, because there was like a concert that they were holding and I was supposed to be part of it. I eventually like backed out because it was kind of whack, because there was like no accountability at all and everyone was overworked as shit, so I did not want to be part of that. That's the context of the concert itself. But like we were supposed to be like holding a concert, so they wanted us to do research, and there was like a movie, the Elvis movie coming out. The concert was about Elvis, so like they made us go watch the movie, right? The college paid for it, so I didn't care about anything. I was just happy that I was getting to watch a movie for free. So I go there and I'm early. I'm like heinously early. So I go there and I like sort of sit down. I'm like, I should have dinner. So I have dinner and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like at the place where there's a Pizza Hut, so I'm gonna sit down and have Pizza Hut. So I went and sat down, I got pizza, and I ate it, and I was like, I'm so disappointed. This is the most disappointing day I've had in a while. Because the pizza was so bad. I was like, this is so sad. Like I've dedicated so much of my life to pizza that it's so sad that it's not good. I know how bad that sounds, but like consider this. Every single time I leave my house and go to a mall, and I know in the food court there's Pizza Hut, which most of the malls in my city have Pizza Hut in their food court, or somewhere in the mall itself, I go and have pizza. I don't eat anything else. I just go and I buy a pizza and I eat it, and I'm like so happy. So like you can imagine that I'm enthusiastic. Okay, I'm like a Pizza Hut loyalist. I've never shied away from that. I really like Pizza Hut. I keep saying it because it's true. But I sat down, I was alone, I was getting my pizza, I was eating it, and I was so sad because the pizza wasn't good. And the worst part was the movie was even worse. Like the movie was honestly so bad. Like I did not like the movie at all. It was like, okay, my problem with the movie was it was quite convoluted. Like in a way that like it painted Elvis as this I don't know. There was a lot of problems with the movie. And I can like accurately like tell you about what I felt after I watched the movie. Because like the movie wasn't even in Elvis's perspective. It felt more like a caricature of how was supposed to be, or how he's seen by the media, instead of like what he might have felt as a person himself, you know, because his whole life is so sensationalized. Like it's so filled with so much politics and drama and so much like issues and problems and everything, but like it was more written in a way that was sympathetic to the person behind Elvis, so like his manager and stuff. But I didn't like that, and I was quite honest about it, and it felt more like this, like the pacing was weird, that like there was flashbacks and there was not flashbacks. There was like a lot of issues with everything, and I just didn't like it. I liked the performances a lot because they were like done really well, but I didn't think that they were like, I didn't think that they should have named it Elvis's movie, like it's his biography or something, because it wasn't. It was more like if somebody from the media wrote a story about Elvis and his life, and then they were like, oh my god, you should make this into a movie, because that's what it felt like, genuinely. But as I come back to it, the movie was terrible, my meal was terrible. I went back home at like 12 a.m. with my flatmates. I mean, I'm glad that I wasn't going home alone. I mean, like, not in the sense of I'm not going home alone as if I have a boyfriend, but I meant like I wasn't going home with my flatmates because like both of my flatmates that I knew well were part of like the same, we all went to the same college, so like we would frequently carpool. And in this case, they were also involved in said concert preparations that me and one of my other flatmates left, and one of them got saddled in the concert. And she like really suffered, poor girl. She had to stay at like the college until like 9 or 10 or even like 2 in the morning. Sometimes it was kind of bad. It was really bad, actually. But then guess what? I ended up doing the voiceover for like the talking parts of the concert, because they were like, we need someone, and I was like, okay, I'll volunteer, because like I feel bad that I left in the middle. Yeah, but like I didn't actually leave. They kicked me out because they really like, okay, they kicked me out. Sounds like I did something wrong, but I didn't. They just never included me in any of the practices. They wouldn't tell me what was going on and what I had to prepare. So I was just there like, what am I supposed to do? And then one day I just like get kicked out of the group chat, and I'm like, okay, so like this is not my burden anymore. which was like honestly the best day ever, because like I was seeing everybody at practices, the people who were part of the concert practicing, and they were like tired as hell, and I did not want to be part of that. So I was very glad that I was kicked out for no reason. And then like the people in charge of the concert come to me and they're like, why did you leave? And I was like, I didn't, you kicked me out. It was a hilarious situation overall. But yeah, as you can understand, the day I tried Pizza Hut in Malaysia was so sad. But yeah, even then when I was buying Pizza Hut every single Monday for like 3 weeks straight, because you know I would get a discount on the pizza, it was still not good pizza. Like it was just mid, and I only bought it because it was on a discount, and I was like, I get 2 pizzas for the price of 1. What's the issue here? Like I can literally eat this for 3 days straight. Like this is so much money saving. I was wrong because I spend a lot of money on eating pizza, like a lot. Honestly, I should be concerned how much money I spent, but I stopped going to Pizza Hut and I would only get food from Domino's. I mean, like, whenever I got pizza, I would only get it from Domino's because there was a Domino's really close to my house there. Like it was literally like a 10-minute walk, okay? Not even a 10-minute, it was like more like 5 or 7 minutes, okay? And oh my god. There was this, okay, I know I'm like completely detracting from the fact that I'm supposed to be writing poetry, but this is a good story, okay? Listen to me. So, but in my house in Malaysia, which I've already left, so whatever, but next to the house there was like this whole like food area. Like there were 2 food areas, they were huge, and there were a lot of restaurants and like little convenience store situations. There were a lot, like there were like 2 whole huge food areas. And I had my pick of the platter. You know, there was Domino's, there was Pizza Hut, there was noodle shops, there was food for days, as one would say. And boy, did I take advantage of it, because I was constantly eating out. Like I literally did not make that much food at home, and I went to Malaysia with the you know, like my expectation was I would be cooking a lot at home, because I'm really good at cooking, okay? No lies here. I'm very, very good at cooking stuff, especially making stuff up to eat. So like I was like, I'm gonna be cooking so much, oh my god. I go to Malaysia and I stop cooking almost entirely. Like I only cooked once in a while, and it would be like something that I'd bought at a whim and I had to finish it off. So I would cook that and finish it, and then like be like, okay, I'm done with this, and like I'm not gonna buy it again. And the funny part was I would keep doing that over and over. Like I bought toks, okay, and I had gochujang, and I had like a whole jar of gochujang, which I eventually brought home, like all the way where I'm staying right now. But I used it a few times and it was really good. I made like tteokbokki, and I made like tteokbokki like 3 or 4 times, and I made like gochujang pasta once. Really good. If anyone ever has the chance to make gochujang pasta, make it. It's so good. It's delicious. Try it, trust me. And I made this like weird concoction of spinach, beans, and pasta. Again, I know it sounds really bad because it looked really gross, not gonna lie. Okay, it looked fine. There was a lot of spinach because I bought frozen spinach and I didn't know what I should do to finish it. So my genius idea was, I'm gonna use it up by making pasta. And I made pasta twice with that frozen spinach. It was a huge bag of spinach, and I absolutely overloaded the spinach on every single time I used it, because I was like, I need to finish it up, because I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to finish this or not by the time I leave, you know? And the time I'd bought the spinach was quite like 3 or 4 months away from when I was supposed to be leaving. And I was like, I'm not sure if I can finish this, because I don't cook that often. And the only things like I do cook is like ramen and stuff. So like all instant foods. So you obviously want to finish off this like giant bag of spinach. So yeah, I did my best with the spinach, okay? And I did finish it. I used it up in 2 times because I like put half a bag of spinach. Like it was huge. It was all frozen. It was like cut up into tiny pieces. And it was a lot of spinach. And I used it in 2 tries. And I was very proud of myself, but it was so much spinach, and it like... And then I had accidentally bought this can of beans, and I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't as much of an accident as it was. I was using this grocery delivery app, because I was convinced that I was gonna cook something. I bought a bunch of stuff, including a can of beans, because I was like, I want to make something with beans. And I didn't know what to make with beans, because I didn't have all the like, you know, all the stuff necessary to make something, because I didn't have a lot of spices or utensils or anything. Like I very limited range of things, and I made it into like a spinach bean pasta monstrosity. It still tasted really good, but boy oh boy, did I like take this like so little time to make something that tasted good. But like also I really had to finish all of this like accidental accumulation. I'd bought in a bag of frozen hash browns that I thought I would eat, you know, which I did. I ate a lot of them. I ate all of them, but it took me 6 months. I bought it when I first moved to Malaysia, and I ate it for 6 months straight. Like, I tried my best to finish it because I was like, I just want to make sure that like I don't waste anything. And I did not like really waste anything, because whatever was left, I just took it back home. Like, there was a bunch of like soy sauce and stuff left that I had, because, you know, if you're gonna cook at home, you at least need like the basic stuff, especially if you want to like get away with the chill stuff. And I make something, okay, I don't even know why I'm like diverging completely from what I was trying to do, but there's this thing that I make, which is just soy sauce, sesame oil, and yes, toasted sesame oil in water, and with like any noodles that you have. Like, it can even be pasta, and it tastes so good. I mean, obviously you can add like ginger, garlic, spring onions, whatever, but even just that tastes fantastic. And you'll be like, Mew, that's so bland and plain, and you're right, it is, but it is so fantastic that you would have to be crazy if you didn't like it. There's a lot of people who don't like it. But that's mostly my mom and my sister, because I don't know, we share like similar but not similar enough tastes. So yeah, but yeah, you know, one day I will eventually do a cooking stream, and it's gonna be hilariously funny, but not today. It's definitely not anytime soon. But yeah, okay, going back to the poetry. I've talked for like 20 minutes straight, no, 30 minutes straight. Like, somebody should really tell me to go on and like write what I'm supposed to. You know, there's a whole challenge poem left that I'm never gonna finish like this. I'm kidding, I'm definitely gonna finish it. But yeah, your world is entirely in your mind. Uni gave a really good prompt. Like, all of our prompts were really interesting, okay? Like, I don't even know what to say. All of our prompts are pretty cool. I like Lores and Soleils more, but don't tell Uni that. That's not true. I liked all of the prompts. They were really fun to write. I'm gonna read all of them out loud today, okay? It's because I can, because I'm determined to finish all the backlog of prompts. But yeah, I'm gonna read all of them out loud. And if we accumulate like a lot of pages of poems, just poems, then I'm just gonna do a stream that's like me reading out all of this poetry with like feeling and different voices and stuff. So it's gonna be kind of like a voice acting stream, but like all with stuff that I've written myself. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I'm like kind of a stickler for like doing stuff myself. I don't know why, but yeah, I kind of am. I really am. Okay, going back to the poetry. Your world is entirely in your mind. It just makes me want to write about somebody who's delusional, you know? Do I want to write about somebody who's delusional, or like, is this like a situation where you can talk about, you know, like you can talk about like making stuff up in your brain to like convince yourself that life is better or good or bad or whatever, you know? Or I could talk about how thinking affects your world, like literally it does, not even a lie. I can't think of a starting line, so we're gonna take our time. Oh, wasn't I doing the like, oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna start it with this. Your world is entirely in your mind. That's the starting line. And time doesn't exist. The worlds we make are only so big, filled with people we'll never know, all the emotions that I could never let go. Oh shit, this is too deep for today, you know? Your world is entirely in your mind, and time doesn't exist. The worlds we make are only so big, filled with people we'll never know. All the emotions that I could never let go. All the sights I'll never see. And all the sounds you'll never believe. If my world was yours, maybe you'd see. The colors of my world. Maybe you'd see the colors of my world. Colored in your green. Kind of like alluding to how everyone thinks the grass is always greener on the other side, you know? I like it. Kind of feels good to end it there, but like I also want to see if it's good to end it there. You know? Hearing it, I mean. Your world is entirely in your mind, and time doesn't exist. The worlds we make are only so big, filled with people we'll never know. All the emotions I could never let go. All the sights I'll never see, and all the sounds you'll never believe. If my world was yours, maybe you'd see the colors of my world colored in your green. That's really good. I always surprise myself when I write so well, and then I'm like, oh my god, I write so well, and then I'm like, I know. Okay, going to the special challenge, which is like, it's gonna have to be like pretty long. HIJKLMNO. I just choked on my spit. Oh my god. PQRSTUVWXYZ. Okay. That's all the letters of the alphabet, okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So, that's all the letters of the alphabet, and now we're gonna make an acrostic poem out of it. Which, okay, to be fair, I've never actually done this kind of acrostic poem. You know, I've done the ones that are like mother and your name and like, you know, all the standard ones, if I should say that. And I've done one with teacher for Teacher's Day. I've done one with mother for Mother's Day. I don't remember what else I've done, but I've done quite a few. But this is a long one because not only does it all have to make sense, but it also has to like flow properly, but it also all has to start with the like the letter of the alphabet that you like, you know, like A1, the one, like, you know, you have to start with the right letter of the alphabet. So it can't just be whatever you want, which is unfortunate. Like, there's like, again, but there's two types of acrostic poems. Like, I've heard of some people who do just words with that make sense together. So like they do a word with A and B and then C and then D, and then like it all connects together to make a poem. And then I don't know if anyone else has ever heard of that, but I've seen some people do that. And then the other one is just you write a phrase that starts with A and then you keep going. You know, you write a line that starts with A and then you just keep going like that. So you can also do a combination of both if you really feel like it. But yeah, let's just see where this takes us. I want to start with the most like basic way. A is, oh my god, why was it on caps lock? A is for alive. being B is for blessing. You know, this one is so standard. Like, if you just do is for over and over, it's just gonna do fine. But A is for alive, B is for blessing. Can you see the gift that you're getting? It's like asking a question, you know? Don't worry when you feel emotions are everyone's I was gonna go everyone's for real. Are everyone's forced meal. Good feelings or bad, you can decide what you'll have. One and many for you and me. If you decide to stay as you please. I don't know what I'm writing. I just hope it makes sense later on, you know? Just look into your heart. Keep it true to what you want. Like one cherishes their body, make sure to cherish, to care for your oh my god, I'm stuck. Make sure to care for your spirit. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Make sure to care for your wants. Yes, that's good. Needs are needed, like fuel, like food and water. Of these are basic. There are more, of course. That's fun. I'm having a lot of fun right now. Wow. This is gonna be really long. But hey, pay attention to your feelings. For they are as important as your queen. If one if one dissatisfied, your court collapsed. Royally I feel like I'm spelling something. Oh my god. Royally. Maybe there's a double L. Royally? That still seems wrong. Royalty. Okay, fine. Royalty. Royalty, no. Royal scandal may befall. Such is the fate of one like us. D is for no. Such is the fate for one like us, too human to touch, usurping God. Sure. What should I start for V? Oh my god, this is actually really difficult. Why? It really shouldn't be. Veteran in waging a war against your own. I don't know what to start with X. I'm gonna cheat and search for okay. Oh my god. Wow, I love getting like yeah. I don't think I know the meaning of all of these words, frankly. Do I know the meaning of any word in this? Wow. I'm pretty sure I know what xenial means. Ah. Okay. Xenial. To towards the wrong. You can decide which side you want. I don't know words from Z, okay? I'm not gonna lie, because there's no reason to. I mean, I kind of know words from Z, okay? I know what zest means. I don't think this is complete by any like means, but this is the best I can come up with right now, okay? Not gonna lie though, wow, like this was difficult for some reason. Even though like it shouldn't be, like logically when you think about it, these kind of poems are actually easier, but I don't even know what this poem is supposed to be. I don't even know what kind of subject it has, okay? But let's just read it together. A is for alive, B is for blessing. Can you see the gift that you're getting? Don't worry when you feel emotions are everyone's first meal. Good feelings or bad, you can decide what you'll have. One and many for you and me. If you decide to stay as you please, just look into your heart. Keep it true to what you want. Like one cherishes their body, make sure to care for your wants. Needs are needed like food and water, or these are basic, there are more of course. Pay attention to your feelings, for they are as important as your queen. If one dissatisfied, your court collapsed, royal scandal may befall. Such is the fate of one like us, too human to touch, usurping God. Veteran in waging a war against your own, xenial towards the wrong. You can decide which side you want. Z is zest. Z is for zest. That you want. That you... Okay, I'm gonna change this last line. Is for zest. Z is for zest. For the life you want. And that is a satisfying ending, ladies and gentlemen. And I ended there. Oh my god, that is actually that's not bad. I would have liked to change like this part where like it suddenly brings up queen and court and whatnot. Cause like up from the beginning up until like Q, up until like P, it's more about like taking care of yourself and how important you should take yourself as. But then it suddenly goes like really weird in a weird direction, but it still ends in a very satisfying place. So I still like it a lot. Okay, I've seriously finished all of these. There's 15 pages worth of poems, okay? We started this way back when. And I finally finished all of the backlog of prompts. So next time we do this, it's going to be new prompts, which is great. Because I love new prompts, especially for poetry. Like, I'm low-key, if like it ends up being like this, and we have enough poems, I would be like not even mad if I decided to make this into a poetry book just out of the blue. Why not? It's like merchandise, you know, but like special merch. Does this count as merch? Or is it just a book? I have questions. Does this count as merch? Because I don't mind actually being like let this be merch, you know? I could, yeah, that would be fun actually. I could design the whole thing as well. I don't even mind. Good practice. But do you guys want me to read it all out loud right now? Because there's like a lot of poems here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There's 24 poems right now in total. I mean, we're gonna we're gonna get to 30 pretty soon. just 6 more poems. Probably like one more stream of poetry writing and we're like at 30 poems already. Wild, isn't it? Okay. But if you guys want me to read it, all of them right now, I don't know. Do you guys want me to read it all of it right now? How many poems do you need to be in a poetry book? Like, how many poems do you need to like put it in a poetry book? One of my friends published a poetry book once, and I read, and you know, like she gave me like a version of it, an earlier version of it to read and like look through, to like ask for my opinion. I really liked all of the things, but it was not just her poetry book. She was writing it with a friend, which is quite nice, you know, like fun for her. But genuinely speaking, how many poems do you guys think you need for a poetry book? I might actually do that. That's such a good idea. It's so innovative. Don't you guys agree? Like, I've seen some pretty out there merchandise, but this one is actually cool. Like, no lies, having a poetry book with poems written all on stream by a streamer is pretty cool. That's, wow, I'm a genius. Oh my god. Pat on the back for me, and also for you guys, because you guys give me good ideas. Obviously, you guys would all have a share in the credits. Anyone who gave me prompts would have a share in the credits, because that's you know, you should do that. I know, right? It does sound really nice. I wouldn't even mind just like letting you guys have it for free. I mean, you guys could totally just go and look at the document here, but like that one would have like all sorts of things. Hopefully, if I decide to make it actual merchandise, I would include like illustrations and stuff. Not done by me, because I'm not that great at drawing, but I'll try my best if I improve by then. But the question still stands. How many poems do you think you need to publish a poetry book? Because this is from like, I think 5 streams. It might just be 5 streams. I know this says part 4, but I'm pretty sure we did like one poetry writing stream that didn't have like part 1, part 2 or anything written on it. which I could totally just count right now. I feel like I should count right now. Oh my god. Okay. Let me see. How many poetry streams have I done? Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna try and figure it out right now. But yes, I think research is imminent for me. And I'd include illustrations. Most of them would obviously be of me. But yeah, cute illustrations, fun, like pretty patterns on it. I don't know, how much stuff do you think I can include in one poetry book that is not just for poetry itself? I'm not gonna lie though, my poetry is pretty fucking fire, okay? Like, it's really well written. That is coming from somebody who studied poetry, like, for no good reason, other than the fact that she wanted to. So, I know what decent poetry looks like, at least. I say it like I feel like I fear the fact that my qualifications don't speak, but like I did like actually study poetry though, so for like 2 straight years that were like all the greats, you know, William Wordsworth and all of those fun names that I've forgotten because it's been a year, and the only actually like no, I obviously remember the names. I'm just being lazy right now. I still have my poetry textbook, you know. I gave it to my sister because she's studying the same subject. But then I have all of those, like, they're filled with notes, by the way. So I looked through my poetry textbook while I was trying to figure out if I should give it to my sister or not, if I should just let her, like, take the poetry instead of, like, taking my whole textbook, because all of it is filled with notes that literally no one but me can read. There's like sticky notes on there, and there's just notes scribbled in every single free corner that I could find. It's all about the poets, the poetry itself, like themes and meanings and interpretations, and I wrote a lot of critical appreciations. Okay, it was a lot of hard work. No lies. It was fun though. I actually really liked that subject. I still do. I don't think I'm interested in studying poetry as rigorously anymore. Like, it was definitely for the purpose of giving exams and stuff on many levels, but when I was just like appreciating how poetry works, and like there's just so much more that you can always learn, which is always nice, you know. I love learning. I sound like so in my head when I say it like that. But yeah, it's true. I'm somebody who doesn't like studying, like, you know, studying for exams and stuff, but I do really love learning new things, which is why I don't feel bad whenever I pick up a new, like, subject to learn more about, because I'm always like, you know, it's not fun to study a subject just for the sake of giving exams, and, you know, like, you have to like memorize stuff, and like you can never actually feel as excited as you are when you're not studying it for the sake of marks and for the sake of like getting a grade on it, because then there's like always a sense of like, have I done well enough? But I still got good grades in my poetry, okay? I still write. Like, I mean, it was just like I was just like interpreting and like, you know, analyzing poetry instead of writing poetry, but like I got really good grades in my creative writing class, so yeah. I used to write poetry for projects, you know, like I wrote poetry for a math project. I know it sounds wild. I think I still have the poem. If I ever find it, I'll show it to you guys. I'm pretty sure I still have it. I just have to go and look for it, because it was on loose sheets of paper, because I had to submit the project, so it was part of the project, and I asked my teacher if I could just take the poem back, and because, like, come on, it's a poem I wrote for a math project. I know it sounds wild, because it was. I don't even know what prompted me to write a whole poem for a math project. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. But yeah, okay, honestly, let me actually okay, now I'm like kind of tempted to like actually hash out what would include in said poetry book, like if I actually did like want to do this, actually make a poetry book and like include stuff in it, what else do you think guys think I need? Because like I'm really open to ideas. I would definitely, like, if it was a poetry book, I would definitely want like illustrations, maybe even like annotations added in it, like from the get-go. But like obviously space for other people to write down their thoughts. Maybe even like obviously more poetry. Then I wouldn't like just stop at 24. It would be like a good dozen more. Good more, definitely more. But I would want illustrations, so like it doesn't feel like it's just like you're just, you know, you're just looking at poetry. You get illustrations that you can maybe, you know, even like cut out and paste other places. Like think, you know, those like when you guys know, if like I used to get like some magazines. My mom was a magazine person, okay, back in the like a while back. She stopped ordering magazines except for Vogue for some reason. Like she was just like, I like fashion, and I agree, I do like fashion too, but like she was ordering Vogue for the purpose to cut stuff out of it, not for like appreciating fashion or anything. Like she didn't even read it when she got the newest issue, which is really sad because it's a fun magazine, okay? But you guys know that there were magazines that had like posters slotted in, so you could like get the poster out of the magazine, you can like put it up and stuff. I'm thinking something like that, but like just I don't know how it would work logically, okay? But I can sure find out. I'm good at this stuff. But yeah, it would be fun to do that. What else would I'm gonna write it down in this like comment here. Ito actually cancel. Wow, you guys just saw like the fake name I made up for this. I couldn't just leave it at Mew, so I added like a last name and I just made up something and like in a second. And I don't know, I couldn't justify just Mew Mew. So I gave myself a fake last name. This is not my real last name, you guys. I don't have a last name. This is just for the government documents, you see. This is just so that the government doesn't catch me knowing that I am a cat that transformed into human. You know, like you need a proper identity. God, I really hope I can show you guys the lore soon. I don't know when soon is though. I know everything sounds like it's never gonna happen, but it sure is in the works. Yeah. I would love an update. I really should ask Mimi for an update. It's been a while since I asked for an update, okay? I usually don't like to pester people for stuff. Like, it's not pestering. I did tell her to, like, if she just felt like she wasn't gonna be able to work on it as fast as she wanted to, it's completely fine. Like, I was very honest about that. But yeah. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna write it down here. Like, it doesn't matter, because I don't actually want to hide anything that I'm doing. So we're just gonna write down the idea, okay, right? Like, you would obviously have one, the poetry. I want illustrations. Like, hopefully there'll be illustrations of me in all of these, like, scenarios that we've talked about, we've written about, like, something related to it, or, like, something that people read the poem and then they're like, okay, I can kind of see where this is going. I would love that. That would be so cool. Illustrations, what else? Like, I don't know, like, maybe, like, I mean, definitely a lot of poetry. I don't want it to be just for 24 poems. Like, obviously, we would stop writing poetry here for the streams. Like, maybe this could be like a volume thing, like volume 1 of Muse poetry books. I don't even know what the name would be, but it's a good idea. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. I'm also proud of you guys. Thank you for inspiring me. Poetry, illustrations. I could think of like quotes. I don't know. These are the only things I could think of the like the top of my head. But I'm sure there's more. Like, I'm sure you can add more stuff. Like, I do think like I could write annotations. You know, I've seen that like some people like to give their like annotated poetry books to other people. And I feel like that also enhances the experience. But then I would ask somebody close to me to annotate it instead of myself, because I don't think my annotations make sense. I literally wrote the poetry. What's the point? I don't know what else. Obviously, you need a foreword and afterword and whatnot. Acknowledgements and all of those fun things. But what else? I'd like for people to be able to like keep some of the like, you know, take out some of the artwork. So maybe just like separate like pages for artwork itself. I would frown upon people tearing apart books, but if the point of a specific page is so that you can tear that page out and keep it somewhere else, then you should definitely do it. Maybe like even like maybe there's like a coloring page. I don't know. I'm just trying to put in ideas and like think if this makes sense, you know? It can't be too much, but it can't be too little either. I would want people to be like comfortable with the idea of having something like this and having fun with it. Because it can't just be poetry. Not everyone wants to read poetry, you know? And that's completely fine. You know, it's welcome. Not everyone has to read poetry. Not everyone has to enjoy poetry. Loki would want an audiobook version. Be like Mew reading out poetry from her book. But you could totally get that in like a, you know, like a digital copy. Maybe you could get a digital copy and a physical copy. You know, those would be different, obviously. Like, not different as in they have different things in them, but just that they, I guess the digital copy would offer you the ability to listen to it. I don't know, that sounds weird. I feel like that shouldn't be something you should be giving to people who have the digital. But then wouldn't like anyone just would rather buy the digital copy? I would just rather make it easier and like just read out this poetry and put it as videos instead on YouTube, because that makes more sense to me than does put like giving an audiobook version to people who have the digital copy, because that doesn't sound fair for the people who want like a physical copy of the book. This is like way past brainstorming. I'm like actually thinking about how would this work if I wanted to get it printed and stuff. I really should be like more. I wouldn't mind this. This is fun. This is a good idea. I'm very proud of myself. I know I've said that like 3 times already, but like I really am. This is a good idea. It would be like really nice. It would take a long time, obviously, because of all the illustrations and stuff, but that's also if we want illustrations, because you know, usually poetry books don't have illustrations. They're just poems, one after the other, and the other. But I like the idea of having illustrations because I think that means you're getting more than just poetry, because all of this poetry is accessible on my Discord, which the link is in the description box if you haven't already joined it. There is a contest. Well, it's more like competition. It's not even a competition. It's like a chill contest that's going on. If you want to join it, you know where to go on my Discord. But yeah, I want more I wanted for it to be more than just poetry. I feel like it makes more sense that way. Like it has to have more, like if it's gonna be merch, then it has to have more than just poetry. Like it also have to have, you know, it has to obviously have a nice cover and like nice looking, you know, it has to have more than just poetry. It would be so sad if it was just poetry. I don't know what else you would put though. Like genuinely, I have no idea. What else do you put other than illustrations? That's the only 2 things I can think of, because like you could like base the illustrations around the poetry, so like it makes sense. Maybe like one illustration that doesn't have anything to do with the poetry itself, that people could just like take out and like put it wherever they want. What else could you get? I have no idea. I feel like if I was really crazy, I could put in stickers. But I don't know how that would work out. Like, I would have to actually go and like check if you can put like literal sticker pages inside a book. I know you can, because you know those like kid books have those, that the ones that you can like mess around with. They're like activity books, but they're really not. But I have no idea how it works. So, like, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Does that raise the price? Obviously it raises the price, right? It definitely raises the price. Those kind of books are more expensive than normal books that have just text on them. Illustrations would definitely raise the price, because like it has to be either like, if you're getting it colored, then that's like another like thought. What would even be the price of something like this? Because this is like so different. I don't even know how you price it, because usually merchandise, like merch for any kind of content creator or anything, is usually quite expensive. I would not want it to be too expensive, but then books are kind of expensive. So if you're gonna like get a book, you would want your money's worth. Not only good poetry, but like also other stuff that makes it merchandise. Oh my god, what the fuck did I just do? I didn't do anything. It was my keyboard. I accidentally pressed a key and then it just like did something. It was me. But you know, what would you need? Like, logically, I know it's poetry. If it's a poetry book, then it definitely needs the poetry. We have 24 poems, and definitely not all of them are going to be included. That would make no sense. But this document is available to anyone who wants to read it on my Discord. So why would anyone want to buy a poetry book, right? Like, you can read it for free. But then if you have illustrations and more stuff, then like obviously it's like actual merch. Like, you get more than just poetry, which was the idea in the first place, right? Am I making sense? I feel like I'm just like saying the same things over and over again. Why am I planning merch right now? This is wild. This is wild. It's fine. This is fine. I'm gonna like take a break from the poetry book idea and like stop for a second and think about what I just said. Is this a rational idea? Yeah, I'm just gonna like do like a, you know, like a pros and cons thing situation. I don't know. I'm like introspecting, okay? And you guys can witness it, and I don't even mind, because like it's not even that big of a deal, you know? But like, is this a rational idea? Yes, it kind of is. It definitely is. Like, it's a good idea. It's really a really good idea, actually. It's like a really good idea. Like, my god, you could just sell it normally. You could like, this is not just a poetry book. Like, anyone can buy it to read. And it doesn't have to be merch, as it is also just a book. I mean, okay. Now, am I making sense? Because I don't think I'm making much sense, you guys. I like this idea, I'm not gonna lie. But I also think it sounds a little bit out of my reach right now. Which obviously is fine, because you can keep it as an idea until like you're ready to make it more than just an idea. And I think in this case it's gonna like take a little bit more than just me wanting it. Because like, then if I'm gonna do this, it has to like, I have to know that people are definitely like, they want this, you know? And then again, you could just put it on like a bookstore and people can buy it if they want to read poetry. And I wouldn't even mind, because it would be fun. This is a little bit too fast. I don't think should be planning for March literally 2 months into starting streaming. Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter. The logic of this aside, I know it's possible to have like illustrations in a book. That's pretty okay and normal. You know, you can do that. I can definitely figure out like a way to print it. Not at home, obviously. That's wild. I would be stupid if I did that. But you know, like proper, like in a manufacturing facility. So those two things are like definitely there. Can definitely write enough poetry on a stream, like, you know, including like the past streams and like more streams that we do in the future. Enough poetry. But there's no way this is happening before I at least get to like, I don't know, enough poems that it makes sense. And like, okay, you know, let's just figure it out. How many poems are in a poetry book? On average. I just wrote poems wrong. Wow. Okay, should be there in a poetry book. Okay. Oh! 70 to 100. Okay, wait. Some people are saying 25 poems. This one says 70 to 100 if it's like, if it has a lot of themes. But then again, this one, I don't think it contains like themes specifically. It just is a lot of poems. And I can like, I don't even think I would divide them. It has to be like at least 30 poems then. And right now we're on 26 and some of them don't even like make the cut, honestly. So I would need to have at least 40 poems before I decide which ones I want to take out to make sure like these are the poems I want to use. But like ideally I would want like double the ones that we need so that, I mean, you know, I feel better about myself. Just that. Like I feel more sure of my decisions. So this poetry book idea is definitely going to be put on hold until I get to 50 poems completely written. Which, okay, I don't know if this includes the poems that I wrote for my lore. Because, like, that's a whole separate thing. That's, like, 10 poems also. So, like, does it add to this one? Like, because those ones, okay, question mark. I have no idea if that adds. Because I've written about, like, 6 poems already. I'm on the 6th chapter of the lore. So that's 7 poems if you include the 6th chapter. But like total it will be 9 chapters of the lore, and then that's 10 poems in total because there's a prologue. Okay, there's no epilogue though. There's a prologue, but there's no epilogue. But like you get the gist, right? So if I have 10 poems from my lore, does that include in the poetry book? I'm confused. Should you even include it in the poetry book? Huh. Now then, I have no idea if he would include it in this poetry book, but definitely it needs to be at least 50 poems total. That is, I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna say like on a limb here, including lore. 50 poems. Okay, to be fair though, I low-key would want to leave the lore poems out, so like 50 poems not including the lore poems. And we're at 24 right now, so like think maybe like 4 more streams before we finish it, the goal, and then I can think about illustrations and if this is an idea I should proceed with. I'm like so fast when I want to do something, huh? I mean, just sat down for like a good half an hour and like decided if this is something I want to do or not. Okay, but yeah. Okay, logically, definitely needs at least 50 poems. That is like double the amount that you would need. So 25. I'm gonna say like you need 25 poems in a poetry book. And to be like safe, I would want double the amount of poems so I can really pick and choose and be like really, really picky about what I want to put in it. And I would want illustrations for sure. Like, I just think it would be nicer to have illustrations than to not. Maybe like I could put in some like more stuff, but I have no idea what more would entail. You know, like what is more than just poetry and illustrations? What else can you add that would give this idea like the spark, the cherry on top, so to speak? I have no idea, but I'm sure that I or somebody else will give me a good idea, and that's so good. But my point still stands, you know? Like, I think this is a really good idea, but there's no way to proceed with it before I have enough poems to actually make a poetry book. And the minimum of that would be like 40 poems, like complete poems that have like established themes and stuff like that I know of. We don't actually have to discuss it, because then I can like put in the original prompt and be like, this is what I wrote, and give it like, you know, like do everything that I want for said thing, for said poetry book idea. We would have to give it a like a really nice name And then I wouldn't just put it as merch, I would just put it as a normal poetry book as well, because why not? Like, the opportunity is there. Who's stopping me? It's like, I don't have to like limit the people who want to read poetry to just people who are muses. They can be anyone. And who knows? Ayo, this is wild. What am I doing right now? Why do I have ridiculous ideas like this and they make sense in terms of like, oh my god. I'm really happy right now, because this is like part of like the life dream I have. Like, not writing a poetry book, but like doing the stuff you want to do for the rest of your life, you know? And, you know, involving my friends, obviously, and yeah. Okay. If I'm being honest, this is a really good idea and I like it. But I should definitely put a stop about thinking about it until like I have a decent amount of poems that I can choose from to include in said poetry book. Because then it would be kind of different. I wouldn't change the poems, obviously, but like I would make it a little bit more polished. No, they're pretty good. Like, they're really, really polished anyways. But I wouldn't want to, like, I'm not sure if I want to put like this poem in the poetry book. So I would definitely need enough like poems to amass the poems before I decide, okay, these are the poems I want to put, these are the poems I don't want to put, you know? Because like, it's definitely not a good idea to put like all the poems I wrote. That seems a little bit excessive, because that would be way too many illustrations and way too much complexity, and it would be, I think, a lot more expensive if anyone wanted to buy it, like just on the basis of how many pages there are. But yeah, this is such a good idea. What? Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm so happy. Okay. I'm gonna stop thinking about, I can't stop thinking about this. So this is a really good idea. This would also, the illustrations would take like a decent amount of time, because then, you know, you would like have to have people read the poem and understand what they want to like make, but also they would have to sort of relate it to me. Oh my god, what have I done? What is my brain made of? Oh my, okay, I'm having like a, my brain is like breaking right now. I didn't think I would suddenly like decide on like merch ideas today. But this is a really good one. This is like very good. This is very innovative. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone selling a poetry book as merch, okay? Like, unless you like are talking about merch for poets specifically, which would definitely be the poetry book, because like what else can you have as merch? Like his used like tissue or something? That's weird. Don't do that. But yeah, I am going to talk to my friends about this before I actually commit, okay? I want to do this, but like I need a second opinion, like with somebody who's not me. Specifically, probably Hex is definitely Hex. Like, I literally ask her for everything. Like, I ask for her opinion on everything. So like, she's definitely gonna know about this, and she's gonna be like, I have no idea what her reaction is gonna be, but like, I do know that I want like another opinion of like somebody who's not me. I mean, I'm gonna involve everyone that is part of my team. I don't. What am I doing? Okay. Speaking out aside, I think today was a really good day. Like, lots of fun poems, lots of fun ways to write stuff, and, you know, just a lot of fun times. You guys let me talk way too much, you know? Like, I know the point of, like, this is kind of for me to talk, but, like, I still feel like I'm talking too much, so... Okay, I'm being chill now. I don't know how to be chill. I am so good at this. Wow, like I'm literally a genius. I don't even know. Okay, but for reals, um, today was a really good stream. Like, no lies on that. Because not only did we finish all the backlog of prompts, that means you guys can give new prompts now. Okay, I'm being serious. You guys can give new prompts, and I can use those new prompts and write more poems for you, for your viewing pleasure. Not that I don't like writing poems or anything. I enjoy it immensely. And these prompts really challenge me and my writing skills. Because I still have to I still have to use my writing skills for writing songs and stuff. Which I'm never doing a songwriting stream on ever again, probably, because I just think it doesn't make sense on stream. Like, I feel like it kind of is boring. I'm not gonna lie. Not for like, I don't even know if it has any like, if you guys like it, like watching it or not, but like as a stream idea, I think it makes little sense because it's kind of hard to communicate my ideas in this format. Yeah, I don't usually type out the songs I write. I usually just write them like in a notebook that I have designated for my songs, and then that would make very little sense because, like, how do I show you guys the notebook? I'm not prepared for hand cam stream. Okay, so that's what I mean by how do I show you guys my notebook? But more than that, I think the part of it is also because I feel like you guys would get bored because I tend to like drift off into my own head when I'm writing music, especially songs. Like when I'm writing lyrics for songs that I've already thought about, like I tend to go into my own head. And yeah, so yeah, so I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable with that, with like just me drifting off and doing my own thing, and I would rather like do that by myself. It feels more comfortable as well, at least up right now. I don't know, maybe I'll feel more comfortable writing strong songs, my god, writing songs on stream. I was gonna say strongs on Steam, which is also makes sense, I guess, could be a good phrase, But yeah, I think I would be more comfortable writing songs on stream later in my streaming career, so to speak. But I'm not sure if I would ever be comfortable, but like I'm hoping I'll be comfortable at some point in my life. Because like, I don't know. It just feels wrong to neglect the people who are here watching, Even though that ends up happening quite a lot when I'm playing games. Like, I keep forgetting that I should pay attention to what's happening in chat. I'm trying so hard not to die that I forget that, like, chat is there. Yeah. So that's obviously something I have to work on. But yeah, what a great day to stream. Really, what a good day of streaming. But yeah, I encourage you guys to send me more prompts because the next time I use those prompts will probably be next week. I don't know if next week is going to be like the whole week of streaming. I definitely don't think it's going to be a whole week of streaming, okay? Because you definitely need a break after streaming for 7 days straight. And if you think, doing anything for 7 days straight should definitely make sure that you take a break, Just normally also, just make sure you take a break. Taking breaks is so very important for anything in your life, whether it's studying, whether it's writing, whether it's dancing, singing, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care as in like, I'm saying I don't care if you do whatever you want to do, but like I'm saying you definitely should take a break once in a while because it helps recuperate your brain and your body and your mind. I already said brain, but like I mean mind in more like a spiritual soul-like sense. So, your spirit, yes, your energy levels definitely need to boost every once in a while. That's why I encourage breaks, I finished all of my water, by the way. I don't feel like getting up and getting more, so I'll just do it later. But yeah, what a great day. We came up with fun ideas right after left. Finished the special challenge. prompt that I've been putting off basically for the last like 3 streams straight. Wow. Wait, I just outdo myself every single stream. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of you guys because, you know, waking up every single day is also outdoing yourself from yesterday. So, yeah, woohoo! I'm wiggling in my seat, but you can't see me. But yeah, okay, for real though. We're not gonna talk about the poetry books merch thing idea. I don't know what to call it yet. We're gonna give it like an acronym or something at some point, but we're gonna keep it in our brains, but not in the front, in the back. Thank you for the squimsh. I appreciate it. We're gonna keep it in the back of our brains. I'm gonna like ponder upon whether or not this is actually a good idea, even though I definitely think it is. Okay. I just feel like it's better, like, okay, I really like this idea. I want to do it, so I'm gonna definitely do it at some point. Just I don't know when it's gonna happen yet, okay? I'm hoping that whenever we get to 50 poems, I can just start working on this little side project and, you know, have like illustrations and stuff like that, just, you know, that are like starting, that are definitely like taking some precedence. I guess most of them are gonna be like doodles and stuff, but probably 2 or 3 full illustrations with like really nice detailing and everything. I don't think it would make sense to have every single illustration be like full detail, because how do you even give like enough space for that? It's not gonna make the hugest poetry book ever, and it's gonna be filled with more illustrations than I can count. That's not true. I can definitely count all of them, but like, I mean, like, you know, hypothetically. It's more like a hypo, like, whatever. Okay, whatever. I said I should stop thinking about the poetry book. Why am I doing this again? Okay, gonna stop. I'm serious right now. I'm gonna stop thinking about the poetry book. Calm down, Mew. Chill. Empty your brain. We should do, oh my god, we should do a guided meditation stream. I'll write a whole script and everything, you know. There used to be, so in my school, there used to be like mandatory yoga classes that you do every once a week. And the teacher who did the yoga classes, right, she was a certified, obviously, yoga instructor and everything, but she would do meditation in the beginning of every single yoga class. And after those classes stopped, like after a while, they would just stop making us do this, and like we'd go to a different teacher's, like, she'd have this like every single week she'd have this like period of time that she would take, and it would like be like, I don't even remember what it's called. I just have like graphic memories of doing meditation at the beginning of that. I don't know why they made us do that, but I think it definitely did help in like teaching you how to like introspect and stuff, because she would like then talk about like a story that she read, and then she would read out the story, and then like she would you know, like she would read out the story, and then she would make us like write down all the stuff you learned from it, and then you'd talk about how you felt during the meditation and like all that stuff. Fun stuff. But I wouldn't mind doing something like that. It would be fun. I don't know, is that something people want? Isn't ASMR really popular, even though I've never, like, I don't understand the appeal of it, frankly. Like, I don't understand the appeal of it, but I can see why people like it. Is this considered ASMR? It's just like guided meditation. I was just gonna like all sit here. I'm gonna talk in a real soothing voice and tell you, close your eyes, deep breaths in and out, in and out. And imagine that you're in this garden that's filled with beautiful flowers. I'm gonna write a bunch of different, I know I switched my voice really quick that time, right now. But like, if we actually do something like this, I'll have to write like background music that's like appropriate on theme for this specifically. But as you could understand, I would totally do that. I'm so dedicated to this right now. Probably forever. But yeah. I don't mind it. It would probably be more like, I would rather make it as like a video instead of
a stream, you know? Like, I feel like it makes more sense as a video than a stream, because then people could access that video whenever they wanted and listen to it and like watch it and like whatever, you know, do whatever. But it would be more like 5, 10, 15 minutes maximum. I don't know why I'm thinking of ideas like this. This is so wild. I'm so productive suddenly. But yeah. Interesting. I wouldn't mind that. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll write it down in my notes app and see if it's viable. Definitely not right now. I would want to do it with an actual model. So like think the cat model, maybe the ball mew model, or the actual mew model whenever it happens. You know? I don't know why I would do this though. I don't see why the appeal, because I don't like it. I don't mind meditation, but I prefer doing it without any guidance. Like, I prefer just like letting myself sink into my thoughts and like exist, if that makes any sense. But I see the like, I understand why people would need guided meditation, you know, but like I'm not licensed, I'm not a professional. I don't see why you would listen to me and not like a professional. They sell those things, you know, professionals sell those things. They sell those CDs with the guided meditation tracks. So I don't know. Well, that's another thing to ponder about. Like, so many things today that I have pondered about. But okay. For real though, I think that's it for today. Unfortunately, that is enough for today, I think. Like, genuinely, I think that's enough for today. So we are going to be stopping for today. Yes, we are gonna be stopping for today. So bye bye. Okay, wait, I didn't even do my whole like thing that I do every single time, which is saying thank you. I almost forgot. I caught myself though. I'm quite good at catching myself. I was gonna stutter. It's really weird. Never happens normally. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm really thankful that you guys come and watch it. I really am. And I really appreciate the love and support I get. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed today, because I definitely did. And you're always welcome here. I wouldn't mind anyone new, anyone old, everyone is welcome here. And so come back tomorrow too. Bye. Love you. Mwah.